North Korea and Eritrea is the only two countries in the world does not have vaccine programs. Hi everyone, I am Yeonmi. Welcome back. So today guys, in this video, we are going to talk about the breaking news that just came out of North Korea. On August 11th, in North Korea's Communist Party meeting, Kim Yo-jong went onto this big stage and told the North Korean Communist Party members that Kim Jong-un actually had a COVID.
방역 전쟁의 나날 거열 속에 시비 앓으시면서도 자신이 끝까지 책임져야 하는 인민들 생각으로 한순간도 자리에 누우실 수 없었던 원수님과
Or maybe that's what she was suggesting. She was literally telling the Communist Party members that Kim Jong-un has been sick and had a high fever and he's been suffering. But she was telling people that despite his fever and unhealthiness, that he was working tirelessly, not even sparing 1 second of his life, that he was working so hard to eradicate COVID-19 pandemic in North Korea. And of course, the party members hearing this in the meeting, they had to cry and they had to feel the hardship of the dictator. So this is an implication of many things. And because, why is that? So in North Korea, the regime was able to ruling the country and brainwashing people successfully because they somehow convinced the North Korean population that Kims were gods. They don't get sick, they can move the mountains, they can make the rocks into bullets. They can cross the water. I mean, this is literally the Bible story they copied, the miracles they can do. And the regime literally said that the Kim Il-sung was chosen by the universe. The Kim Jong-il, the second dictator, was the captain of the entire humanity. And his spirit never dies, like Jesus Christ. In this old narrative, it's changing suddenly. And it's changing by Kim Yo-jong, especially the sister of Kim Jong-un. She is in charge of the propaganda department in North Korean Communist Party, and that's her job to make the brother look good. However, in some way, we still really cannot fathom what she's doing. But in some sense, the dictators became more humanized in a way that they even get sick. He even got COVID, right? Even he had a high fever. At some point during this year, in one day in North Korea, there were almost even 700,000 people had the COVID, or up to 400,000 cases. And it was a huge pandemic. And North Korea and Eritrea is the only two countries in the world does not have vaccine programs. And this is not because the world did not care about North Korean people and not giving the vaccine to North Korean people. The regime said, we do not trust that anything coming from the capitalist corrupt societies like America, and he was refusing to accept vaccines to help North Korean people. That is why there was a huge outbreak this summer in North Korea. There was a lot of death, but the regime is really embarrassed to say that people are dying from COVID. So they are just diagnosing it as a summer cold. They don't even have CPR test kits, so they don't even know what people are dying from. And I think in this chance, maybe the regime was so pressured to tell people that they were not alone and the dictators also were suffering with them. Or maybe there's another intention that Kim Jong-un is really sick. He was gone half of the month last month, and he was away. And Kim Jong-un's health has been keep declining over the years as a young man. And maybe this is an attempt for Kim Yo-jong to set her maybe foundation to take over if the Kim Jong-un dies. However, there's another thing that is happening. That is the hidden world that we do not see. So when it comes to North Korea, the only thing that matters to the Western countries and to the rest of the world is not North Korean human rights, but it is North Korea's nuke. It's a legit threat to America, it's a legit threat to Japan and all the surrounding countries around North Korea. That's why we have not been able to freeing and helping North Korean people, because that is not something that the world community cared. That was not the human rights. Something is changing North Korea, and that is not a threat of American nuclear invasion or South Korea, but there's one plastic leaflet that is coming from South Korea to North Korea by the North Korean defectors. There are more than 30,000 North Korean defectors are settled in South Korea currently, and they've been sending these leaflets through the air balloons and set a timer on. These air balloons can literally reach even Pyongyang, and they land, they spread in North Korea and telling the truth about the regime and how evil this dictatorship is and how the outside world has been such a free places. And this leaflet has been waking up North Koreans' minds. Many more defectors are coming out and many more resistance activities happening inside the country. So in this meeting on Thursday, on August 11th, Kim Yo-jong declared that the COVID was actually not just coming from China. It was sent by South Korean organizations like the human rights organizations who are sending these leaflets. That somehow we contain the COVID virus in the leaflets and send it to North Korea. And they fear this leaflet so much because they fear the truth. So I really hope that even though the politics of the North Korean regime, it seems very, very confusing and the world does not do anything, but there's one place that if you really want to help the North Korean people that you can contribute is joining these organizations that are based in South Korea that's sending these leaflets. And there's one organization that does this work in America that is called the Human Rights Foundation, guys. Please go their website. They have a campaign called Flash Drives for Freedom. If you have a spare flash drive and if you donate that flash drive can smuggle into North Korea or send through these balloons and showing the world to North Korean people. And maybe with that truth, they can start demanding the truth and demanding their own freedom. That day we can see more people become free. I'm just hoping, my fingers crossed, that this COVID that took many millions of lives here in the world takes Kim Jong-un's life too. If not, I know that's something we'll do. And we should just not giving up and keep fighting for what is right and keep fighting for freedom. So thank you guys so much for coming, watching this video today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.